What's up, you guys? It's King Ink here again, and welcome again to another Vlogtober. Today we are on Vlogtober day 28, and today we're gonna go straight into me having my breakfast. I'm having a bunch of eggs today. I got a new drink here from Starbucks. I won't even lie, I actually don't even remember what it's called, but it's got chocolate cold foam on the top, which I didn't even know that they could do for the longest time. And yeah, this was pretty cool. It's just like an iced coffee with chocolate cold foam up top. And my little dog Opal right here is joining me here in the morning. She's a little bit sleepy, a little crinkly because she just got up, but she'd be keeping me company, keeping me motivated. I'm gonna start off with putting some butter over here on the pan, just a little bit of regular ass butter with a bunch of eggs. Yeah, I know it's a little bit whack with how many eggs this is, but honestly, having protein breakfasts have really been able to help me out with how I start my day. Just a little bit of salt and pepper is what I'm gonna be putting up on top. Nothing too crazy. I have learned my lesson on accidentally over salting my eggs, and please don't do that. So I'm adding a little bit of pepper right here, and then I put the little top of the pan up on top of it so it looks good. Eggs, y'all. Eggs. A little sad though because I steamed it for a little bit too long, so now I don't know which ones are actually runny because I like runny sunny side up eggs, and if these bitches are hard boiled in that, I'm gonna have to still eat. All right, let's see. Aw, damn, bruh. You gotta tell me these. You're lying. Are none of... Oh, bro, none of these are runny. I'm gonna start crying straight up. Fuck. I hate when this happens. I'm gonna still have to eat it, but none of them are fucking runny. Morning breakfast L, but I'm gonna eat it. It still tastes good though. I'm just sad because none of these hoes are runny. How can I live in these conditions? I can't. I am once again watching more dinosaurs, y'all. I think I'm on the second season, and I'm gonna binge watch this whole shit. But it's kind of crazy because this was made in like 1991 through 1994. It ran for 4 seasons, and a lot of this fucking shit is so repeat about what's going on right now. Like, literally, if somebody were to tell me that this was something that was made right now in 2023, I would fucking believe it. Like, obviously, aside from, like, the video quality, like, I would totally fucking believe it. But also, shout out to the Jim Henson Company for making the awesome fucking costumes, I'm not gonna lie. I know recently I'm really trying to catch up on a lot of shows that I missed out growing up, because dinosaurs was something that I had like seen maybe like a rerun or something like that before, and I've known about it before, mainly because of the big ending that apparently happens. But there's a lot of shows that, obviously being from like an early 2000s kid, that ran into the 2000s that were only like from the 90s or even beforehand that I was able to like find. And I know like I grew up being very much like the cartoon kid, and like being just all about like, if it was a cartoon, I was gonna stay watching it. If it was like film live action, it wasn't really piquing my interest. Don't get me wrong, of course I did watch a few like movies that were obviously live action, but I feel like it was more like Disney originals and shit like that. Otherwise, I missed out on a lot. But I know, like, obviously being like an art student, animation history and all that shit, there's a lot of cultural references and like stuff like that in animation that lets me lead into some of the cool films that have been put out throughout the years. So I've been doing a lot of binge watching of a lot of like older shows that I hadn't had the time beforehand to do it because I got super duper busy trying to move myself out. So when I was like 17 and before that, I was like hella working on my portfolios and everything like that to be able to move out. So I didn't really have the time for TV like I wanted to, but now that I'm able to multitask and I have my own space and I'm able to do the things that I do by creating as well, it's a really awesome to be able to have it at least in the background while I do some editing, while I do some commission work, while I do some other stuff in my little businesses, my websites, my merch. And, you know, with the help of you guys, it always helps out to be able to, you know, go back to some of the things that I am passionate about, watching history through media and how media has really changed over a long time. Because sometimes, I won't lie, sometimes I put those compilations of like really old commercials, like from the 50s or like from the 70s, and I just like to watch all the different commercials because, again, it just, shit repeats itself, and it sucks that there's like some really fucking fucked up content that even in this dinosaur show gets talked about and we still haven't resolved as people. So y'all, again, big reminder to fucking like respect each other and make sure to stay like educated. Like, don't just stay stale, and make sure to learn new shit. That's why I'm always like, invest in your curiosity and just be curious about things, because I feel like that just naturally helps us learn about a lot of different things. So kind of like the way I want to like travel and see the world and like enjoy the different foods and events and music and dance and media that exist in a lot of different places. I feel like that's already so much broader than sometimes like people end up sticking to, because it's like once you graduate high school or once you graduate college, and I'm not here to speak for everybody, of course everybody has their own individual way of like living their life, but I feel like a really big thing that happens is that once we don't have like that school vibe anymore, it's kind of hard to keep up with it, you know, because without the structure, unless, you know, you're good at building habits or good at making your own organized like day and everything like that, it's one of those things that kind of just gets lost in translation or whatever it is. And I feel like a lot of us end up like getting stubborn and not wanting to watch new things or give new things a chance, compared to when we were a kid and we were just like watch whatever the fuck was in front of the TV. So now sometimes I'd be shuffle playing stuff, just be putting things on the TV, even if it's just in the background, because growing up, it's like, for example, watching Avatar: The Last Airbender when I was a kid, I don't remember fucking like vividly watching it and like staring at the TV like full concentration. I just remember putting the TV on, it was on the TV, and I would be playing with like my fucking like stuffed animals and shit on the ground with like my toys and my cars and whatever. And then after a bit, I'm like, holy shit, I do remember the plot of Avatar: The Last Airbender, but I don't remember really directly watching the TV. So that's why I like putting this type of shit like in the background, and it's just fun to connect the dots and see what are like music references, what are movie references, what are old school cartoon references, real world references, celebrity references. I don't know, I just feel like it really fills in the bingo card of like history in my brain. That's gonna be it for today, you guys. That has been my little morning routine for the day. I just like to have a nice comfortable morning and make sure to get a lot of protein in the morning. That's why you saw like a lot of eggs, but it's genuinely helped me out with my stomach aches, just being able to really get my morning started, compared to me having like a waffle or something. Don't get me wrong, waffles are fucking good, but I'm enjoying my little coffee right here. I'm gonna finish this up and I'm gonna get ready for the rest of the day. So thank you everybody again for watching. It's been King Inc. Always open to your suggestions down below in the comments, so make sure to leave that down below. And if you haven't already, please hit the subscribe button and go follow me on all my social media, link down there in the description down below, as well as check out my little shop link as well. Thank you so much everybody, have a great fall, happy Vlogtober, and bye, have a great one.